Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey data July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Are you taking Cialis or Viagra? Marley Drug has generics of both for just $12 per tablet. That's a savings of $60 per dose. Marley Drug is an independent pharmacy delivering generic Cialis and Viagra to your door for $12 per tablet. Call Marley Drug at 800-441-3610. That's 800-441-3610. Again, 800-441-3610.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Welcome to Sporgy, the show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions. And now, here are your hosts.
All right, I'm Chris.
I'm the Iceman.
Rich, MIA. We think he's with Brady and Gronk, still down there in Tampa, partying, tossing the Lombardi from boat to boat.
Ever.
I heard, too, that Alex Ovechkin and Brett Hull showed up, so Rich might be a while.
Hey, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah. So how about that Super Bowl? Man.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
I couldn't have called that.
You're a KC guy. Well, I mean, for starters, let's give you your due, and Rich is not here for this. Like, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. We don't give you this too often, so go ahead. You know what?
I are the Iceman. I said it. I said that this would happen. I said, just let it happen. And Rich wanted to say that, he wanted to keep the faith and prepare for the worst all at the same time.
Give him his due.
I mean, you know what Rich was doing? Rich was tempering his expectations. Rich did not want to be let down. Yeah. Rich was just happy to be there. Like, you heard him. For starters, he was ringing the 8-8 bell all year. Right? And then he figured one playoff win, and then it was time to run into the grinder that was New Orleans. So, I mean, anything beyond one playoff win, like, Rich was just happy to be, he set the bar low. So, I mean, and now he's going to be on a 4-week bender with Tom and Gronk and Ovi and Brett Hull.
Listen, they didn't spend that money in Tampa to win next year. They've spent it in to win this. There's no way they weren't coming away with the Super Bowl win.
Yeah, I mean, we said this in the offseason. I think you and I, Rich is always a skeptic, right? But you and I were like, Jesus Christ, they did what? They signed who? And then they just kept picking up pieces, right? All of a sudden, Gronk comes out of retirement. Then, I think the person probably enjoying this the most is Leonard Fournette, right? Cut by what ends up being the worst team in the league in August, right before the season starts. Tampa scoops him up, and both you and I were like, oh, shit. Even Rich said, oh, shit, at that move. That one got Rich's attention.
Well, I mean, for many different reasons, many different players have it to mean a lot to them. Tom Brady, it's his 7th, but also it's his first without Bill.
Yeah, I mean, this...
Gronk was just there just to celebrate. But
at the same time, we talked mad shit about him. All of us were kind of like, where's he been? Where's he been? He's like, here I am, motherfucker. Two touchdowns. Brady to Gronk. Twice. One short one and one long one. I mean, 2 like signature Gronk touchdowns, right?
Yep.
And then 2, we got to see yesterday, Brady to Gronk is just a thing in real life as well. Doesn't have to be on the field.
I saw somebody say, so he threw the Lombardi trophy across the river in boats. If it would have fell in the water, so what? He's got 6 more.
Yeah, right? It's funny, too, Gronk catching it by the football, but I'm like, that's what he does. That's what he's trained to do.
But AB, he was tossed around the league and saw as a problem child and had his issues. Oh. And he get picked up late in Tampa Bay, and the next thing you know, he's a fucking Super Bowl champ.
Yeah, guess whose stock just went way up? All of a sudden, there's a bunch of NFL teams going, What now? What about this Yeah, great, whatever. Dude, now that's ultimate bargaining chip now, right? He's got a ring, and he caught he caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. I mean, if I'm his agent, I was rock hard Sunday night, right? Like, oh, we're gonna get so paid.
Oh, here comes the money.
Yeah, like it may not be in Tampa Bay. I mean, rumor has it he wants to stay, but I mean, especially too with him as a 1-year deal, the price just went up.
Well, here's the thing: Super Bowl champions don't stay together.
No,
that era died in 1990.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, we saw it with Philly, right? Philly and the Rams even too. I mean, you don't even have to win. Just getting there will bust up your team at this point.
Well, it's all about the money. It's not about the sport anymore.
Yeah.
You know, everybody absolutely loved to play football back in the day. Now they just want to get paid.
Hey, man, you know but let's be honest. We are in a time where they know the window is limited. So, like, you know, average NFL career is still, 3.5 years? So it's like, you got to make hay while the sun shines, right?
Well, yeah, but it used to be the time is limited. Go out there and win the championship. Go out there and support your team. Now it's time's limited. Go out there and get paid.
But look at it this way, too. A lot of these guys, let's be honest, a lot of these guys, they're going to end up being the breadwinner for their family. And I mean, like, their family, not just like their family that lives in the house with them, like their family, right? I mean, just with a lot of the backgrounds a lot of these players have. So yeah, you should absolutely maximize your earning potential while you can, because great. You know, you flame out of the NFL, you go back to college, you can maybe get a job where you can hopefully at some point, and this is pie in the sky stuff, earn what the league minimum on the practice squad would make. You know, and that's getting like a master's or even a doctorate, you know? So, I mean, yeah, some of these guys, I don't begrudge them.
A little bit here, Chris. I mean, these people back in the day came from the same lifestyles.
Yes and no. Back in the day, dude, they still had off-season jobs. I mean, remember, the 80s kind of changed everything. The 80s changed everything. The 80s is when
talking from 80 on, these people still had, you know, hard times and you know, low-income families and such, but they still wanted to play for the love of the game. They still wanted to go in and get done.
Dude,
you know,
but come on. They still love the game because this is, first of all, you know, you can't just waltz in and be like, hey, I want to be on an NFL team. Like, you're not going to put your heart and soul and wrap your life around something that you really hate. I mean, you have to love it enough, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But you want to get paid for it now. Back in the day, like I was saying, with Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, that type of stuff, they held it together. They weren't looking to go elsewhere to get paid. They wanted to make all the money they wanted to make in San Francisco and build up championship dynasties, and they did. Yeah, but that's the same thing with Troy Aikman.
But you could argue once the team started looking at the players like a commodity, that the players have just gone right by, you're going to treat me like a commodity, I'm going to act like a commodity. Case in point, Joe Montana, right? He didn't ask to leave San Francisco. They fucking traded him. And if I'm Joe Montana, you know, I mean, at some point, you know, you go, all right, this is the game we're playing, then I'm going to play it too.
Well, yeah, and, you know, that leads us to today where championship teams, Tampa Bay has 9 people. 9 that are free agents next year.
Yeah, whose price tags all just went up significantly.
Mike Evans and Ndamukong Suh, who was a beast and a great stopgap in the middle, now has a Super Bowl ring. His price tag's gone up.
I think he'll bounce. I don't know. He played in Nebraska. Yeah, like I think he'll bounce. I think Evans is one of those guys who's going to be on the same team his whole career.
Maybe.
He's already, 6 years into Tampa Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, especially, too, he had quite the season.
But quite the quarterback.
Yeah, but, I mean, Mike Evans is my, when you say Tampa Bay's offense the last 6 years, Mike Evans is top of mind. It's one of the first names you say, if not the first. Well, until this year it was the first.
Right. dude,
Does Gronk come back?
If Tom comes back, Gronk's coming back.
Tom's a robot. Tom's going to play forever.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It just, with Tampa Bay, they put all their eggs in one basket for one shot. They can keep a lot of them, but they ain't keeping them all. You got Shaq Barrett, premier pass rush defensive end. Lavonte Davis, middle linebacker. You need him. I don't know what you do.
I'll tell you what, though. That defense. Let's talk about the game. That defense, dude. Good Lord. Who came to play? That defense came to play.
Who would have thought that Todd Bowles was the most valuable player in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I
mean, fucking Bowles.
Now, we only have one sample in 55 years, but we could probably say not traveling for the Super Bowl is a thing. I mean, there were two teams playing two different games out there. I have never seen Kansas City, at least with Mahomes under center, look like that. Good God, man.
Well, I mean, you could put any excuse you want. The head coach's son was in a car accident. They're missing their 2 starting tackles. Mahomes had a turf toe.
You know, and everyone bitching about the refs. I'll give you that for the first half. A lot of calls going the Bucs way in the first half. But dude, not in the second half. You had another half to adjust and wipe all that out. And you didn't even 3 points in the second half. 3 points. That's on you, Kansas City. That's on you.
That just kind of sets the tone and takes the wind right out of your sail.
But no, because you talked all season, though. This was the team that you don't want them to be behind. You don't want them to get pissed off. Well, apparently they forgot about that. I mean, they were behind the whole time. And that's the first. Mahomes just looked shell-shocked, didn't he? Like, what the fuck's going on? Hey, is this football?
Yeah, well, he was shell-shocked because of Todd Bowles. He found a way to cover his go-to guys. He's like, you can't cover the cheetah. Yeah, they can. Well, that's all right. I got Kelsey. No, you don't.
I mean, Kelsey was the offense, and it wasn't very much. I mean, Mahomes ended up having a lot of garbage time yards in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, Cheetah was shut down. Yeah, Kansas City needs running back. If I'm their GM in the offseason, you need a running back. You need a premier running back. Make nice with Kareem Hunt. Get him out of the hellhole in Cleveland. Bring him back.
Fournette.
Fournette ain't going any.
Yeah, I know.
Fournette's from the South. Fournette's from the South, and he's playing in the South. He ain't moving unless they move him.
But here's the thing. I ain't putting this on Mahomes. Mahomes made great throws, amazing throws. They just didn't catch him. He was hitting people in their hands, in their face mask, in their chest.
Yeah.
They just didn't catch him. Flat out.
There was that one right before the one everyone keeps talking about, right before the second half, where you could see like the air coming out of his balloon because he just had the look on his face like, Jesus Christ, dude, what more can I do?
Right. I threw it right to your face, dude.
Yeah. Like that is what I am supposed to do. You have to do the rest. I cannot catch it too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could put any excuse you want. They traveled, the accident, blah, blah, blah. Flat out, they got out coached, they got outplayed. Dude,
I was a lot of ambulances in effect down there in Kansas, by the way.
A whole lot.
What was it? Rich shared that video of the dude punching his TV.
Dude, seriously, it was everything else. It was the refs. It was the travel. It was the home field advantage with the fans. It was everything else other than they got out coached and outplayed.
Whatever. You guys won the coronavirus Super Bowl last year. Who knows how many cases came from that? Because that was like a month before everything went to hell. But I mean, if that team stays together, I mean, I think I'm with you. Like probably one more, just because there's just you get another one. There's no way you don't have enough money in the world to keep that team together.
Well, that's true. But here's the thing. I guess. I mean, I don't guess. No, Tom Brady. You want to give him his due? Give Tom Brady his due.
Give him his due.
You damn right, because he kept that team going when they hit that bad stretch in and the Saints beat him and everything.
Yeah, that is a leader, sir.
Yep, and brought him to the promised land and said, all right, now we're in the postseason. Let's shift this gear. And they were like, huh? And he made him shift gears with him.
What was it?
And when he took him to the Super Bowl, he was like, all right, here's the next gear. And they're like, you got another gear? And then he showed it. And they were like, oh, shit. All right.
He's like, yeah, motherfuckers, ain't you seen me whooping your ass for the last 20 years? Yeah, I got another gear. You know, since 2015, Tom Brady has won the Super Bowl every other year, starting in 2015. He's got 15, 17, 19, and 21.
Well, I mean, we said this before the Super Bowl, but that is one of the sickest things. I can't process that. He has a 7-3 record in the fucking Super Bowl.
Dude, he's a G. Dude, he's just a straight up G. Remember we say that back in the day? That's what that means. Dude,
he is untouchable, dude. There is nobody before him. There is nobody after him.
Dude, one more, he could put a Super Bowl ring on each finger minus his thumbs. He just give you the 4 sign and be like, what up, motherfuckers?
Dude, if he has a couple of more, he's going to have a full season of Super Bowls.
Yeah, man.
Of Super Bowls.
Nance.
Not of championship win. Of fucking Super Bowl wins, dude. Come on.
By the way, the last team that the Buccaneers lost to, the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, I
Sunday after Thanksgiving, they lost to the Chiefs, and since then, all they've done is won. Just win.
Yep, there's so many storylines off of that Super Bowl that was going in and coming out. Everybody in Tampa knew they were going to win. A lot of people around the country knew they were going to win. I guess the only people that didn't know was Kansas City, and when they found out, he was like, yeah, well, it happened.
By the way, everybody, remember, wild card team, this was a wild card team. They didn't even win their division.
I called it, everybody, and I'm still shocked.
It just sucks Rich isn't here to just be in all of his glory. Second one of his lifetime.
Yeah.
He didn't think he'd ever see it again.
Yeah, I asked him how the gravy was, and he was like, how's the gravy? It's good.
Man, if you're an Arizona Cardinals fan, you got to be looking at the GM of that team. Well, be like, you motherfucker, you serious? You let this guy go?
You idiot.
We had a Super Bowl winning coach. Fuck face. You couldn't give him one season with DeAndre Hopkins? You had to get rid of him?
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, but guess what? No love because the Super Bowl 56 odds have come out and Kansas City is the favorite.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Nance made a solid point on, which, by the way, how awesome was it to have Tony Romo call the Super Bowl?
Oh, it was so amazing.
Dude.
Romo Damas, yes,
he's his next gig is where he's the lead, right? Although he's the best color man ever. Like, he just had so much. I think color man is where he belongs. Just someone else.
No, I think him and Nance was perfect.
Yeah. But Nance made a good point, like, because he was talking about Mahomes. They're like, this kid is dubbed, like, Brady's the GOAT right now. He's dubbed the next GOAT. But Brady just reset the bar. For Mahomes to be even in that conversation now, he's got to win 8. And by the way, Tom's not done.
Yeah.
Like, Brady, if more than anything on Sunday, just cemented he's going to be the GOAT for a fucking while. Like, we may be dead before we see another GOAT.
I don't see anybody ever touching Tom Brady, dude.
Yeah,
anywhere.
After Sunday, nope.
It has to be robots. The game of football has to completely change.
Once they can just put your head on a robot, yeah. I mean, Michael Jordan's got to be like, God damn, motherfucker, I wish I had number 7.
Yeah, well, he retired for number 7.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan,
quote unquote, retired. We have to put quotes around that.
Right, but he's the GOAT of basketball. It's a different thing. I can't compare sports like that.
But after that, Brady's just the GOAT in general now. I think you can. I mean, because Brady has also played in 2 different versions of the NFL. Brady started playing when you could hit the quarterback. And now, you could argue because of him, now Brady plays and, if you even look at the quarterback funny, you get a flag. Like he is that, you know, like you always say the big knock on LeBron is, you know, he's played in the superstar era, right? Well, Brady has played in like 2 different eras of the NFL, man. You know, Jordan only played in one era of the NBA. Like that's where I think this comes in. Gretzky only played in one era of the NHL. Brady has crossed a fucking generation.
Yeah.
Give him time, he'll cross the fucking second one.
I was watching a story when Brady won his first title. Patrick Mahomes was 6.
Yeah, Nance said that. He said Mahomes was 6. Romo was in his junior year of college. And somebody else, he brought up something else. But yeah, it was just like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. And now he's sitting there playing against him in the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah. You're saying Gronk was still in high school. That was the other one.
Right. I commented to everybody, you know, Mahomes is going to have himself a great career and do just fine. But right there, he just needed to sit down and take some notes.
Yeah.
Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to a park ranger, but the only quotes they'd probably give you would be about the beauty of a fallen leaf or ripples in a pond, not the kind that could save you money on your policies. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, who's an expert navigator of the insurance landscape. They could use their expertise to guide you on ways to save hundreds on your policies, while leaving it up to your park ranger to save the wilderness and any endangered picnic baskets. Go online to geico.com/local to find a Geico agent near you.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a soap opera star.
Gracious me, my car has storm damage and I've had to file a claim. Could it possibly get worse? Will my claims team leave me for someone else? Someone less intense?
No. Actually, when you file a claim with Geico, you get your own dedicated claims team who promises to stay with you throughout the process.
Oh, I've never known such loyalty. I can't wait for the second season.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Welcome to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's. Today's topic, Valentine's Day. If you need some lovely gifts, think Kohl's. Sneakers for your kids, a Citizen watch for your husband, JBL headphones for your boyfriends, multiple boyfriends, huh? And cute PJs for you. Love that self-care. Bonus, you can save 15% right now.
And earn Kohl's Cash? I wish I had more time.
Get it in 1 hour or less with free store pickup. BRB.
Select styles, 15% off for valid February 5th through 15th with promo code TAKE15. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
Because once again, and I'll say this again, you can put any excuse you want out why Kansas City lost that game. But as Tom Brady has proven time and again, a champion finds a way.
Dude, there's 2 reasons why Kansas City lost that game. Tom Brady. Well, also the defense. But, I mean, I used to be the biggest Brady hater back in the day. Like, it was just because, like, oh, he's married to... It was more just... Yeah, really, just based off of jealousy, right? It's like, oh, he's married to a supermodel, and he's good-looking, and he won a bunch of Super Bowls. Fuck that guy. Dude, at some point... I think it was about... I think it was like... Yeah, I think it was like title 4 or 5. I'm like, all right, dude, you win. Like, you're good at what you do.
He's amazing at what he does, but God bless it, dude. A
podcast I listened to said, yeah, I think Sunday proved that if at this point, if you hate Tom Brady, you just don't like to work hard and you're jealous.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he has more than once had to find a way to win a Super Bowl.
And keep in mind, there's a couple of heartbreaks in his past. You know, David Tyree.
Tyree, how you doing?
Yeah.
Helmet cat looking motherfucker.
Yeah. You know, and the Eagles taking him out a couple of years ago. I mean, it's, you know, Tom don't win them all.
All the time, he sure don't.
He's been to a fucking enough of them, but he wins 7 of them.
Jesus.
I mean, at this point, it's just, yeah, man, you do you, Tom. I mean, there's nothing more to say about the man.
Really isn't. You really can't. You could go on for days, but it'd be the same thing repeated.
Only thing I want to knock him for is apparently he can't handle his booze. But A, we don't know. For starters, the man could started drinking yesterday as soon as he woke up. Let's be honest, we've all done that, especially on a day like where you're celebrating like that, you know? And then second, he created the phrase Tom Brady wasted, so it's still a win for him.
Yeah, but who drinks avocado tequila?
Tom Brady?
Yuck.
Oh, he's drinking tequila all day? Oh, no, what? God damn it. Someone should have been holding him up. Last time I got really wasted on tequila, I broke up a marriage. This was like 10 years ago, but still. So, anything else to say on put a bow on the NFL season here?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill needs to rethink his knocking of people as he scores. Did you see that?
No.
At the end of the game, when Kansas City beat Tampa Bay, Tyreek Hill gave a peace sign and flipped into the back of the end zone. Well, at the end of the Super Bowl, when they knocked away another pass to Tyreek Hill, one of the cornerbacks got in front of Tyreek Hill and gave him a peace sign and waved bye-bye.
You know, I'm glad to see a lot of things change over the years. Shit talking does not change.
Ever.
Especially in sports. That was like, oh yeah, bitch, check this out. You just didn't score a touchdown. Yeah, by the way, first time Mahomes has ever lost in his career by double digits. That's a fun stat.
As much as offense as they had, Tampa Bay, their defense, holy shit.
Came to play.
How do you keep the Kansas City Chiefs from not scoring one touchdown? One. Give them one. You can't give them one?
You don't travel, for starters. Yeah, you have the Super Bowl in your home stadium. That had to be part of it, man.
Here, if it was halfway around the world, Chris, it was the Chiefs. Kelsey, Cheetah, Hardman, Mahomes. Edwards was back and healthy.
Maybe just Bowles had a chip on his shoulder from that last loss. It's like these motherfuckers. But also, too, I believe when Tampa Bay and the Chiefs played the first time, the Tampa Bay defense was all banged up. They didn't have the full defense.
They did not.
That was the game Cheetah had 200 yards in the first quarter?
Good. But my opinion, and this is just my opinion, half-assed opinion, Todd Bowles is the MVP of their season.
Yeah.
Because he went to Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers who? And then he went to New Orleans and Drew Brees who?
Yeah, that's the other impressive thing. Yeah, they went through Brees, Rodgers, and Mahomes.
Yeah, so, I mean, we could give all the accolades to the offense and Tom Brady and the 10th and yada yada. However, Todd Bowles, I'm looking at you, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about give him his due and we're talking about getting paid, I want Todd Bowles.
Yeah. He's like, listen, motherfuckers, it's raise time. And he ain't going anywhere. He was a head coach. He's the guy who drove the Jets into the ditch after fucking Rex Ryan. So we know what he can do as a head coach. Apparently, he shines as a DC.
Yeah, most definitely a DC. Not a head coach, but a DC he is, boy. Let me tell you something.
Get your money, boo-boo. Get paid.
I'm just saying, you only had Ndamukong Suh and JPP. Those were the two big names on your defense.
Another you said lots of crazy stats. JPP never lost a playoff game. He has never lost a playoff game ever.
Giants, Tampa Bay, does not matter.
Yeah.
But those are the two big names on the defense, Suh and JPP. So he didn't have star-studded defense like they did in 2002 in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good enough defense and a hell of a defensive plan to get them to and win the Super Bowl. Todd Bowles, you're my MVP, son.
Absolutely. All right, so I guess we move on from the Super Bowl. Where do we move on to?
Who's going to get traded for Watson? Anybody?
Nobody. Houston keeps... apparently when teams call Houston, they go, not interested. Not interested. Not interested.
Well, here's the thing. Detroit has always set the bar. When Matt Stafford got a huge contract, all contracts around the league for quarterbacks got extended with Kirk Cousins and all that. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, now Matt Stafford got traded to L.A., and he got 2 first-rounders, a third-rounder, and Jared Goff. I think Houston's just looking for the big-time score. They're like, if he got 2 first-rounders, we want 3 first-rounders, all right?
Well, apparently Russell might be moving on. Did you see this today?
Oh, I did. Yes, Russell Wilson has been hit way too many times, and he wants a bigger say in his movement.
Yeah, he said it out loud. Like, I got hit a lot. So now all of a sudden, apparently, teams are calling Seattle because Seattle's kind of pissed he said that. And what does Seattle think we don't all have DVRs?
Well, the other news is Dak Prescott. Now, you said that Dallas isn't going to let go of Dak Prescott. However, they made a hype video that didn't have Dak Prescott in it.
Ooh.
And then the very next day, Dak Prescott followed the Washington football team on social media.
Oh.
Yes. So now he's on the trade block.
Damn.
So, it's pick your poison here for quarterbacks. I mean, isn't it?
God damn. So please use Goff as trade bait, Detroit Lions. Please just use him as trade bait. There's too many other good people. Come on, man.
I mean, we could get, Deshaun Watson and
oh my God, if we had Deshaun Watson, I would run naked through the streets screaming. Like that.
Could you see trading Goff to Houston?
Yeah.
Would you give up one of the first round picks?
Maybe. I mean, think about that too. We did get a whole shit ton of picks that we could use. Like, hey, we'll give you Goff and pick A and B.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's officially the free agency season has begun. So what's next? The draft? That's in 2 months?
Yep. But yeah, it's truly pick your poison with quarterbacks. Carson Wentz is still out. Wilson's on the block. Watson, Dak, just so many. I don't know where you would start or where you would stop with those things.
Right.
I would totally be stunned if they traded Jared Goff for somebody else.
It'd have to be someone with the same amount of dead money.
Well, I'm just saying, once again, that's not a Lions move. They made the Lions move to get him, so to trade up and get a better one is not a Lions move. So I'd be shocked.
I will not call that move to get him. Wow, I feel like I'm defending him. I wouldn't call that move to get him a Lions move because of the draft picks.
That's what I said. It wasn't a Lions move to get him. It was not a Lions move.
Oh, I thought you said it was. My bad, misheard you.
So if they traded up to somebody better, that would also not be a Lions move. And I would be shocked. I'd be like, holy shit, it really is changing.
Well, Russell and Watson just both signed contracts, so they will have dead money.
I would take Russell Wilson over Deshaun Watson.
I would take either of them. Either of them, the Lions go in playoffs. Because those are both teams those are both QBs that'll put a team on their back and carry them.
Well, you're still missing Galladay and Marvin Jones Jr.
Yeah, I just
need somebody to throw to.
We need receivers. Badly. Yeah, I wondered. That's what I really am hoping for, or I'm looking forward to this. Who knows? Maybe they draft a whole bunch of fucking good-ass college receivers. Who knows? But you need a vet. You need somebody proven.
That's why you call down to Tampa Bay.
Right.
Get A.P. Dotson.
Dude, if Antonio Brown was in a Lions uniform, I don't care. I would love that. Like, oh my God, somebody who's good.
He's proven his worth. Like I said, people, all the way around the league, the Raiders, the Pats, etc., cutting him and shit, not willing to work with him and help him. Tom Brady did, and he got rewarded big time.
You think AB sent the Rooney family a picture of his nutsack? Like, sucking my balls.
No, I don't think it would be the Rooney family. Mike Tomlin, possibly.
No, what he should do is send him, like, fucking a bouquet of flowers or some shit. Like, hey, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed your golf this year.
Right. How was your 11-0 season? Oh, you guys didn't.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So you started playing good teams, you started losing. That's right. That is what happened to Pittsburgh. As soon as they started playing quality opponents, here came Niels.
Real talk. AB should send a picture of his ring to Juju.
Right.
Wish
son.
You were here.
Yeah.
I would so do that. Or to Le'Veon Bell. Sorry we missed you.
I mean,
wrong field, sir.
Now, I do feel like we need to clarify. Dude, he's like still overall like a dick, right? Like, he definitely is a guy that I would not want to hang out with. First of all, he's just
AB.
He sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
He'd be the guy we'd hang out once a year and I'll see you next year.
Pretty much.
Like he's still over. Like personal life sounds like overall a hot-headed asshole. However, he is good at football. That's what I was.
He gets paid to do. Yes, he is.
What he was going through all of his shit in 2019. I was the guy I felt on the podcast the most. I kept going, yeah, great, whatever. He is still. You seen him catch?
Have you seen this man run? Yes, you were. You were his spokesman.
You seen him catch and run? Like he's still fucking good at what he does. And for some reason, even though he's a dick, I feel good for him. Like, yeah, that's right. Like you're proving to people like doesn't matter if you're good at what you do. Shit happens.
This is the epitome of T.O. finally got a Super Bowl.
I don't know.
That's who I put AB with T.O.
AB seems like way more of a dick than T.O. T.O. was just arrogant. Like AB just seems like an asshole.
No, because T.O. was all about on McNabb's ass for fucking up the Super Bowl.
It's true.
No, yeah. So I mean, yeah, good for him. Good on him. He's a fucking champ. You can't take it away. Say what you want about the man personally or privately in his life, but he's got a ring and you don't. So
yeah, can't take the ring from him now.
Nope.
He is now Super Bowl winning receiver, Antonio Brown.
Do you have any idea where these quarterbacks go?
No
Everybody
clue.
said Miami.
What quarterbacks?
The ones we were just talking about.
I mean, I know that there's a rumor about Wentz to the Bears, but that so far has just been a rumor. That someone, which you know where that came from? That somebody on Twitter, somebody that they know sent them something in their DM. Like that's a Twitter rumor. Like I don't think that's a real rumor.
What the real rumor I heard was the Bears was looking at what's his nuts from Tennessee that went to Oakland, Mariota.
Nah, dude, he's done. He had
Mariota.
Mariota had what a good 5 years to try to do something with Tennessee. He's done, man. He's a backup. He's proven he's a backup. If Ryan Tannehill can steal your job, you are not an NFL starting quarterback, my friend. You want talk? You want real talk?
It is the Bears, though, bro. They hired the butt fumble, okay?
Not anymore. Butt fumble's been out of the league for a second.
I'm just saying, when they were amassing major quarterbacks, they did hire him. And the backup out of, how pissed off is he coming out of Tampa?
Who, Blaine Gabbert?
No, what was his name? The guy that went to Chicago out of Tampa was his backup.
Oh, Mike Glennon?
Mike Glennon.
Oh, the Bears gave him a shit ton of money. I don't think he gives a fuck. That guy got way more money than he ever deserved.
That's true.
All right, shall we move on from the NFL?
One last thing, and this is it, because I got to get what you're saying on this one. Uncle Urban, Jacksonville, Florida, new coach.
Yeah.
Okay, he just hired a guy that got kicked out of Iowa for racial slurring.
I don't give a shit.
In today's age, everybody gives a shit, bro.
They don't have to watch it then.
People are calling Uncle Urban out, saying that, hey, all of your programs have been investigated, some of them even suspended.
Duh. We said that a million times on this show. Like or there's smoke, there's fire. Wherever you go,
right.
Something goes on with this guy.
Right, and so in Ohio, you had a coach that you did a vetting and a background check and everything, but yet still got into a bunch of trouble, and you said, I don't know. Now all of a sudden you get this head coach job in Jacksonville, and you bring a guy who's known for giving out racial slurs on a team full of black people. They're going to look at him sideways, Hoss.
My question is, though, and because it's 2021, we have to ask this, what were the quote-unquote racial slurs? Was it something innocuous that somebody now is calling a racial slur, or was this guy out there going, run faster, N-words, run faster? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's racial slurs. It's a very broad term in 2021. Let me see if I can find the story here, because I know it just came across ESPN while we were getting ready for the show. And maybe it was, there we go. CBS Sports. Jaguars, Urban Meyer makes controversial hire, and Chris Doyle issues statement defending his decision. It wasn't. See, there you go. Doyle, a 20-year veteran of the program and highest-paid strength and conditioning coach in the country, was put on administrative leave following a list of African-American players alleging that Doyle treated them negatively and unfairly because of their race. You there, Ice?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Is that something you want to bring with you to the NFL, though?
I mean, he has a statement defending him. He says the owner's got his back. The general manager has his back. They all think it's a good hire.
That's great, but you got to go to these black players and get them on your side, or you ain't got shit.
You know what the difference between here and Iowa is? These motherfuckers get paid. They got skin in the game.
Well, no, they got skin in the game in Iowa, too. They don't want to say shit because they want to make it to the next level.
But it was all allegations. Nothing was ever proven. Nothing was ever... Iowa just fired him just because. We're in the culture now where all you have to do is just make it... You don't even have to say anything that's true. You just we're in a squeaky wheel gets the grease society now.
I'm just saying, Pete Carroll was the man at USC, and when he transitioned to the NFL, it came with thunder. And the next thing you know, he's in the frickin' Super Bowl, winning it.
Seattle had no problem hiring him. Seattle took the shit for hiring him.
I don't know, man. Just stay in your lane, Urban.
He is.
Because
his lane where he's going to have he's going to have the number 1 draft pick. I'm sure he's happy about that lane.
Because if anybody knows draft picks out of college, it's Uncle Urban.
He just signed the best strength and conditioning coach in the country to be on his team. I think he'll be all right.
And he's gonna draft Fields number 1, right?
Oh, Lawrence? No, Trevor Lawrence is going number 1, dude.
No, it's gonna be Fields out of Ohio State.
Nope.
Remember? Come on.
Nah.
Loyalty for Ohio State.
That's true, but no, dude, Trevor Lawrence is going number 1, man. There's no fucking question.
And he's so happy that Urban Meyer is in Jacksonville and not Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's looking at you.
Well, too, he's going to play for a coach who's very familiar with the conference he came from, so, I mean, their styles are going to match up.
Yeah, that's true, too. Now, all joking aside, that's no bullshit.
Like, for real, Uncle Ern's going to be like, oh, it's like college, but we're getting paid. Let's go, son. Yeah, SEC football. Yeehaw, motherfucker.
I remember how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Sporgy. ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, it's your home, and I need to ask you a few favors. In the kitchen, there's a spider stuck between the window and the screen, and I know it's dead, and technically it's outside, but it's still freaking me out. Can you flick it out or something? Also, just to save some money, and it's super easy, could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico? Last thing, could you take the holiday decorations down? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
Hi, friend. It's your home speaking, and I need some favors. Could you turn on some of the lights in the basement? I'm scared of the dark. Also, this one is easy. Could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico so we could save money? Last thing, just a suggestion. Could you steam clean the carpets? I need a spa day.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
Do you have muscle pain from your cholesterol medicine or paying Livelo's price of $10 per day? With your doctor's prescription, you can get Pitavastatin, a low-cost alternative to Livelo for just $1 per day, only at Marley Drug. Call Marley Drug to learn about getting Pitavastatin delivered to your door for just $1 per day. Call 800-441-3610. That's 800-441-3610. Or go to marleydrug.com today.
ChristopherMedia.net. Sporgy.
All right, well, hey, there's a race on Sunday, isn't there?
Yeah, somewhere. It's going to be a...
Who's winning this year?
Isn't
Denny the current champion?
Denny Hamlin is the current champion.
Dude, we have just maxed out on my current NASCAR knowledge, so it's all you from here on
out. No, there's a lot. This isn't football or any other team sport. Anything can happen any race. So, this isn't, you got to train your car, you condition your car, You try your damnedest to make sure every bolt is tight and every angle is set to what you need it to be. But the simplest little bump can send you flying. So, I don't know.
As of recording, hasn't Bubba put up the fastest qualifying lap?
Bubba Wallace has. That is true. But the fastest qualifying lap means nothing. You're out there by yourself.
Well, no, but doesn't it get you... Don't you get to go first?
Well, you're going to be in the pole, but again, that means nothing. Daytona is a draftable racetrack. And when you're qualifying, you have nobody to draft. You're out there by yourself.
And pole position don't mean shit if your car blows up.
That's true, too. But Talladega and Daytona are the biggest drafting racetracks in the world.
Shake and bake.
Pretty much. You sit back there and just sit and wait.
Slingshot, engage.
Damn Skippy. And it does work. I've seen it numerous times. Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, one of the most hated race drivers ever, was a perfectionist at drafting.
Besides being bummed that I got shit canned from my old job, right before they started playing college football, and I was in college football Holy Land. I'm bummed that I wasn't going to get to actually, I wouldn't go, but just be able to drive by it and actually be like, hey, look, Talladega. I was going to be able to see that, too. I had Talladega in my old district.
Yeah, but there's a lot. The up-and-comers, the young bucks, many, many, many different people can win this.
Who's the favorite, though? There's got to be a favorite. There's always a favorite.
Denny Hamlin is definitely... Jimmy is definitely a favorite.
Dude, do
Jimmy
you guys...
Johnson.
Speaking of which, do you guys have sports betting out there yet?
No, not here.
Dude, it went live the week before the Super Bowl here. Holy shit. Just commercials everywhere for everything. Talking to a few friends of mine. Last Sunday, a couple of, at least a couple hundred deep into the game. Just you can do it on your phone now. You can even because of that, you can now do you can play live blackjack on your phone. You can play blackjack and lose real money on your phone now in Michigan. It's crazy. So I'm just saying, you got that to look forward to there in Kansas.
Yeah, if they ever bring it.
Oh no, trust me, it's a way for your government to make money. They'll figure it out. But it's just crazy, all of the things here. I mean, Dave Portnoy came to town because Barstool's got their hand in a sports book at one of the casinos around here. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, we only have one casino, so.
You got a few. I remember when I'd stay in was it Dodge City?
Yeah, but that's way the hell.
The hotel I stayed at was actually connected to a casino, and I just remember having to think that doesn't exist. That's not there.
Yeah, the one in Dodge City is as close to Colorado.
No, what I'm saying though, it's but just statewide now. You can now DraftKings now has a whole nother part of the app that we can use here in Michigan. You can straight up that's what I'm looking forward to next season, being able to do NFL parlays. Make me some motherfucking money, son.
And if any of our listeners are listening, definitely bet on my picks.
Right. Although you were riding, you said just let it happen, but you won money on the Chiefs betting me. But
I won money on Buffalo.
That's true.
There was way too many teams that were going to be better than Josh Allen and Buffalo.
Yeah, but sidetrack us back into football. Let's talk about sports betting. So we done with the Daytona talk? Anything more on that?
No, I mean, again, that's one of the biggest draws to NASCAR. Anybody can win it, anytime. You need the right people in the right places doing the right things. And seriously, anybody can win it. That's the biggest draw of NASCAR.
So it's any given Sunday, but with wheels?
No, it's way better with NASCAR. Because on any given Sunday, you're depending on many different things. On NASCAR, you're just depending on your driver and your pit crew. That's it. Either they do or they don't. And more often than not, there are people that have found their groove and can drive the hell out of a car. And there's people that are learning, man. It's a great sport to get in if you like underdogs. You're pulling for people that people hate. You're pulling for people that people don't know. It's just a really great sport for They have their all-stars, but I mean, even their all-stars finished 3rd, 2nd, 10th, so it's just a really good sport for the underdogs.
Has anyone ever, has a long shot ever won Daytona? Like someone who had no business winning, has that ever happened?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time. And it's almost funny, but it's not. It's sad at the time. If a no-name big person wins Daytona, they kind of say it in passing. Kyle Petty won Daytona once, and he's Richard Petty's son. I only know that because he drove the Mellow Yellow car, and I was like, ooh, I like to drink Mellow Yellow. I was young as fuck. But they barely mentioned Kyle, and they more focused on Richard. So they'll say it in passing.
So it's kind of like, somebody gets the checkered flag, and the announcers are like, who the fuck won? Before they announce it.
Wait, who? Are you sure? Is it a camera photo?
Yeah, I know. No? I know I'm getting old. Is that the right number? Let me put on my readers.
Even when Dale Jr. won his first Daytona, people were like, yeah, well,
Oh, come on. When your dad's the Intimidator, isn't that kind of expected eventually you're supposed to win one?
Not when his dad died at the track the year before.
Oh, he won it the following year?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Doesn't that not seem like a setup?
A little bit.
Like maybe people let him win?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, hey, I still got my tinfoil hat on about the Super Bowl after 9/11, where the Patriots had come from behind win. I still think that might have been a setup. I know I'm talking shit about Tom's first Super Bowl, but still, it seemed a little too convenient.
Convenient?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Patriots will prosperity. Yeah, I don't know.
Was it against the Raiders or something too? Wasn't it something crazy?
Ravens was 2000. Bucks was 2000. Who was 2001? Was it the Giants?
Stand by.
Once again, folks, half-ass sports fans.
The Rams.
Kurt?
Yeah, it was the Rams.
Kurt Warner? Really?
Yeah. See, man, God damn it. We found our way back to football again. We were talking about racing. Let's just move on. Talk about the NBA. And the national anthem rears its ugly head again. Apparently the Mavs all season have not been playing the national anthem. And nobody would have noticed until Mark Cuban said something a couple days ago.
Well, no, the fans came back to the arenas and noticed that they didn't play the national anthem. But, it was 13 days, 13 games, nada.
And then the NBA, and Cuban comes out and says, yeah, we haven't played it, we're not playing it. It's been too much of a hot button issue. It's just going to avoid the whole thing. And the NBA real quick is like, hey, guess what? Everybody plays the national anthem.
Yeah, it wasn't like the NFL where they were like, we don't have a set rule for this or anything. No, it was very, very clear. This is our rule. This is what we're doing. Yeah. Stop it.
I mean, I'm surprised. Well, no, I'm not surprised. I said I'm not surprised you're hearing any more outrage, but no, the outrage clearly would be coming not from the correct side as far as if you're going with the media. The outrage would come from the right side of the spectrum on this, not the left. I'm sure there were people on the left doing the golf clap. Oh, yes. Good job, Mark Cuban. Come on. We know the type we're talking about.
Well, I mean, on the real, though, why would Mark Cuban play the American national anthem? His two biggest stars forever now haven't been American.
Yeah, and his team's based in Dallas. You ever been to Texas? I mean, that's the first thing I thought of was does Mark Cuban forget where his fucking team is? To me, this seemed more like a Golden State move or an LA move or a Portland move. Not a move out of a Texas-based team, if you get my drift. I could even see this coming out like a New York or a Boston move. But bro, you are in Texas. Might not go over how you think. I mean, I know NBA can be substituted with SJW nowadays, but still, dude, I mean, the fans just came back. You trying to piss them off?
No, he said that he was listening to his players, and some of them were saying that the national anthem might not represent them, and yada, yada, yada.
Hey, guess what? You live here. It represents you. And The players don't pay for fucking tickets. You should be listening to the fans. The fans are your customers, buddy. Right? Without the fans, there are no players. See how long you exist without any more liquid.
Yeah, but for so long in Dallas, it was Nowinski. Is that his name? Nowinski?
Yeah. But doesn't fucking matter. Your team is based out of the United States. All right? I'm sure there's plenty of American hockey players on Canadian teams who have to hear "Oh Canada" every fucking night. But guess what? They play on a Canadian team. So there's plenty, and vice versa. So there's a lot of Canucks on an American-based team who only hear "Oh Canada" whenever they're playing Canadian teams, and that won't be this year.
Mm-mm.
Why is it so bad now to be proud that you're from here? Good God. Like, if we're such a shithole, why are there people killing themselves to come here every day?
I know, right? Storming the borders.
There is literally a fucking huge fucking crowd heading here from Central America. It's been on the move for months. Because we're such a shithole? Is that why they're killing themselves to come here?
I look at it this way. It's the easiest route to protest, to get somebody talking about your issue. And I'm done with it. I was done with it with Kaepernick. I'm done with it. I support their right to do it. You know, you're free to do what you want, but you got to accept the consequences, yada, yada, yada.
Did you see your ratings last summer, NBA? Remember that? Notice how you don't have all your SJW shit this season because the league went, well, if people don't watch and there's no fans in the stands, how are we going to make money? You have to be able to sell something to advertisers. And massively cratering ratings, well, you can still sell it to advertisers. You can't sell them at the rates you were selling them before.
Yeah, look, being American, hearing the national anthem, that has nothing to do with your race or your issues that you're facing in your life. It's the greatest country on the planet as far as I'm concerned. I'm proud to be here. And I'm proud to say that you live in a place where you can have those issues and talk about them. Because there's many places on this planet that if you had those issues, who gives a flying
People
fuck?
forget about that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm proud that you can have those issues and talk about them and protest them.
You live in a country you can publicly put down and shame your government and not worry about the doors being kicked in.
Yeah.
You know, we can have subversive conversations in this country. We're allowed to. A lot of countries aren't.
Yeah, but as far as all of that shit goes, I just don't believe sports is a place. If you want to do it before the game or after the game, great. It's your time, not mine. But yeah, that's all I got on the national anthem. Mark Cuban will figure it out.
Now, I have always found it an odd tradition why. It doesn't matter who. I mean, I get it at the Olympics. But, I mean, I've never really understood it, you know, as a kid, as an adult. Like, it's more just because it's a tradition. It's just something that's done before every sporting event. But have we ever really thought about why? I mean, is it really necessary? Not really. It's just something we've always done.
Yeah, I don't know. I see it as paying homage and tribute to the people that have died to let us enjoy sports.
Yeah, but it's because of what we've been told why it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shit talking it. I'm just saying it is just kind of one of those things. It's like we've been told that it's there and we do it and we just don't question it. Why? Was it really? You know, we're here to watch one team beat the crap out of another team and get drunk while we do it. Right? Why do you go to a sporting event?
It's true.
You want to think about dead people before we start having fun? Get the fuck out of here. Who invited you?
No, but you got to pay homage. You got to pay tribute.
Why? I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, why have we decided we have to do this?
It's just, like you said, tradition, but also...
Is this like a tradition from when it was wartime? I mean, it's not wartime.
Right. I don't know. It's like, why did we say the Pledge of Allegiance every day in class at the beginning of a school day?
Programming.
Yeah, it's just what we did.
Yeah, pledge your allegiance. It's right in the title.
It's right there.
And then, real quick.
My biggest problem, real quick, my biggest problem with the NBA is why they're not making this an East Coast and West Coast battle.
Oh, yeah, you didn't want to bring this up.
Yeah, you have the LA Lakers, championship defending LA Lakers in its entirety, whereas Tampa can't keep the Super Bowl champs together. LA Lakers kept their shit together. Okay, they got all the pieces in all the spots. Now, I'm going to give you 3 names, Chris, and you tell me what happens. All right? Kyrie Irving, KD, and what the hell? Harden.
Is Kyrie playing?
Yes.
And yeah, Kyrie seems to be like he's not all he's cracked up to be. Like teams don't. He likes to move, and teams like to let him move. My guess is maybe he's not that great in the locker room.
I don't know, man. But you put those 3 names with a guy named DeAndre Jordan under the basket. Tell me you ain't got something.
Well, I mean, if I'm in NBA marketing, yeah, I mean, East Coast versus what you're talking about, the top two media markets versus each other, possibly for the finals. Yeah, man.
Well, that's where I'm at. I love my Golden State Warriors, love them to death. You got issues right now. Got some bad hurting issues. So in lieu of that, you got LA and you got the Brooklyn Nets. Come on, man. That's where your focus needs to be. I don't want to hear any more about the national anthem. I want to hear East Coast versus West Coast. I want it back to where LA was going to meet the bad white people from Boston.
You want to see Jay-Z get himself a championship ring.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see James Harden get a ring. Doesn't Irving, Kyrie, and Durant already got some, right?
Oh, yeah. Kyrie got it in Cleveland, and Durant got it in Golden State.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see James Harden get a ring. That guy's been really good at basketball for a really long time.
Yeah. And then Houston just wasn't the location for him anymore.
No, they'd come to an end. If it was going to happen, it wasn't going to be there. They even tried to bring him Russell, tried to team him up together again.
Yeah, so for me, if you're looking for a story in the NBA, make it about the East and West Coast. Stop making it about the anthem and all this other slide shit. East Coast, West Coast. LeBron versus KD.
Right now it's kind of in like... would be if it was baseball, they're kind of like in June swoon area. It's a month or two. It's a month-ish before the All-Star game. So I mean, they need some headlines right now.
LeBron versus Kyrie. Tell me a bigger.
Right.
Former teammates on a championship basketball team.
All right. So MLB, I guess the last thing here, came out with their schedule and COVID protocols this week. Thoughts or none?
Not really. We're going to see how it plays out, just like we have in the other leagues.
Yeah. So I guess, not really much more to say on that. Anything else before we wrap it up there, Ice?
I'm just glad sports are back to somewhat normal.
Yeah. I mean, we're almost a year into the... Remember we were like, wait, so we all have to be locked in our house and no sports?
None.
None at all? And that's when everybody watched, the whole country watched The Last Dance at the same time because it was sports, right?
I do wish Rich was here because is there an asterisk on Tampa Bay's Super Bowl?
Absolutely not. For what? They played a full season.
Right.
They played all 16 games. No, absolutely not. They even, if there is an asterisk, it could be a good asterisk because they won with an expanded playoff field.
Oh, shit, they did.
There were more teams in the playoffs than there are usually. 2 more teams made it.
Would Tampa Bay have made it? Didn't expand it?
Now we have to check that out real quick.
Yeah, we do, because they were the wild card, and that would be so fucked up if they wouldn't have made it if they didn't expand it.
They would have.
They would have?
The Rams wouldn't have made it. The Rams were number 6.
That would have been so awesome, though.
Yeah. So no asterisks on Tampa Bay's. Yeah, no, they played a full season, and they didn't have preseason. So they didn't even have a chance. And I will say one more thing before. Remember when they had the Old Man Bowl the first week of the season? Rich was all dejected, A lot of people were like, oh, they spent all that money. Brady's lost it. And I said, September's the preseason this year, folks. Just remember, this team just got together. They're going to need a month or so to all sync up to get some chemistry going. And they did.
Yeah, that's where my saying came into fucking Rich. Just let it happen.
Mm-hmm. I gotta hand it to their management, man. They went, dude, fuck that. We're going out, we're getting a Super Bowl. And a lot of people over the summer went, yeah, man, whatever. And they said, oh, yeah? Just wait.
I can't say it enough, and I'll say it whenever we talk about the Super Bowl. Todd Bowles, you're MVP, son. Ain't nobody that I know. And if there is an asterisk, this is a good one, too, that went through the 3 quarterbacks you had to get through to win a championship. Not like you did.
Yeah, because who'd Mahomes have to go through? Josh Allen, and who else? Because they had the bye.
Yeah.
Who was the first team that they beat? Stand by. Oh, yeah, the Browns.
Browns, yeah.
And they almost lost that fucking game.
Yeah. So the Chiefs had to go through Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen.
Ooh! I'm only scared of one of those quarterbacks right now.
And then got to get to the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And on the other end, like I said already, Brady and his team and Todd Bowles had to go through
Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd Bowles, pat yourself on the back, buddy. You got shit done this year. All right. Well, that's it.
Wait a minute. Is that it?
Yeah? Unless you got something else?
No. I'm saying with Tampa Bay, the first game they played was Green Bay.
No, Washington. I'm saying they had Washington. I mean, the last 3. We're talking about the last 3 quarterbacks they had to play because Tampa Bay didn't have a bye, so they played all. So
the quarterback for Washington. I was going to say Redskins. The Washington football team. It is what it is. Heineke and Alex Smith. Mm-hmm. But that defense is no joke, son.
It's true.
Chase Young on the end is I mean, if we were talking about getting J.J. Watt, I would take Chase Young over J.J. Watt. That cat can flat out play.
He's 10 years younger.
Yeah.
Of course.
Way healthier.
Thanks for the most obvious statement ever. Of course you take somebody a decade younger.
But here's the thing, though. Tom Brady had to get through that.
Mm-hmm.
That defense could flat out play, and he had to beat them to get to Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't like it got easier once he got through it.
Tampa, you're spoiled, all right? Let's be honest. You won the Cup. You had the Rays in the World Series. You just won a Super Bowl, and good for you. Tampa is probably it's the 2021 Sports City of the Year, man. Or at least the 2020, or I would say at least the 2020 Sports City of the Year.
Well, that's why they call it Champa Bay now.
Oh, God. Rich is not here to tell you to kill that noise. Champa Bay.
Yeah.
What about Tampa Bay?
No, it would be Champa Bay if I did anything. It would
Tampa Brady?
Bay. No, it'd be Champa Bay. Because, I mean, all the fucking championships were there.
Well, yeah, you do have half of the professional sports championships in your town for the current season. You almost had 3 of them. And you probably have the 4th one, but you don't have a basketball team. Yeah.
Have to go over to Orlando Magic and shit.
Boston sports fans are just looking at you right now like, enjoy it.
We hope you enjoyed it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of, we hope you enjoyed the show. Follow us on social media at Sporgy Podcast on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Email us, sporgy@christophermedia.net if you would like to drop us a line. Head to christophermedia.net. You hit the Amazon banner if you would like to help us out. Also the PayPal button where you can subscribe or just drop us $1 or $2 if you are so inclined. And, man, the place where you can listen to us is large. Stand by. Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, and now on YouTube. So wherever there's a podcast, we are there. We thank you for listening. Hopefully we'll bail out Rich, and then he'll be back next week. See ya.
Peace out, y'all.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Wendy's new classic chicken sandwich is now in the 2 for $5. And that's reason to celebrate. Try the new classic and then take your mouth on a victory lap with the iconic Dave's Single, the delicious spicy chicken sandwich, spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, or just get another classic chicken sandwich. Taste greatness today with Wendy's 2 for $5. We got you.
For a limited time, a la carte only. Price and participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.